Listen carefully. Most people think hatred looks loud. They think it shouts. They think it threatens. They think it attacks directly. That belief is why most people lose, because real hatred is quiet. It watches. It waits. It studies you. And when it moves, it doesn't come to destroy you all at once. It comes to shape you slowly in ways you don't even notice at first. If someone truly hates you, not disagrees with you, not competes with you, but hates you, they will never announce it. They will sit close. They will speak softly. They will sound reasonable. And if you are not disciplined inside, you will open the door yourself. This is not about paranoia. This is about awareness. Because whether you like it or not, every person who walks into your life leaves something behind. Some give support. Some give love. Some give wisdom. And some always give the same 5 things. Not because they want to help you, but because that is the only way they know how to exist around strength. If you understand these 5 things, you stop reacting emotionally. You stop explaining yourself. You stop bleeding energy in places where nothing grows. You become calm, grounded, unmovable. Let's begin with the first. Heng Yi. Confrontation. A person who hates you will never attack your body first. They attack your clarity. They don't say, "You're wrong." They say, "Are you sure?" They don't say, "You can't do this." They say, "I'm just worried about you." They don't say, "You're weak." They say, "Maybe this isn't the right time." Understand this deeply. Confusion is not accidental, it is strategic. Because a clear person moves forward, a confused person pauses, and a paused person becomes easy to control. Watch how it happens. At first, you are certain, you have direction, you have momentum. Then they introduce doubt slowly, a comment here, a question there, a subtle comparison, nothing aggressive, nothing obvious. And over time, something changes. You start replaying conversations in your head. You start double-checking decisions that once felt natural. You start asking for opinions you never needed before. Your inner voice gets quieter. And the dangerous part, you think this is maturity. You think this is being careful. You think this is growth. But it's not. It's erosion. A person who hates you doesn't need to stop you. They only need to slow you down. They don't want you to fail dramatically. They want you to hesitate endlessly. Here is a hard truth most adults never accept. If someone consistently makes you unsure about yourself, they are not protecting you. They are positioning themselves above you. Clarity threatens people who live in fear because clarity leads to action. Action leads to results. Results expose insecurity, so they cloud your mind. Your responsibility is discipline. When confusion appears, you do not argue. You do not defend. You do not overthink. You return to your values. Ask yourself, does this align with who I am becoming? Does this move me forward or keep me comfortable? Is this advice or disguised doubt? Clarity is not loud. It is quiet confidence. Protect it. This is where many strong people weaken themselves. A person who hates you will constantly ask why. Why are you changing? Why are you distant? Why are you so focused? Why did you say no? Why don't you answer like before? At first, you explain. You think communication will fix it. You think honesty will clear misunderstandings. So you talk. You justify. You give context. And slowly, something dangerous happens. You begin to seek permission for your own boundaries. Understand this. Explanation creates hierarchy. The one who explains is placed beneath the one who judges. A disciplined person does not owe explanations for discipline. A focused person does not owe comfort to those disturbed by focus. People who respect you observe. People who hate you interrogate. Every unnecessary explanation drains energy. Every justification invites more questions. Because the goal was never understanding. The goal was control. Notice the pattern. No explanation is ever enough. The questions keep coming. The goalpost keeps moving. Why? Because silence terrifies insecure people. Silence means you are no longer negotiating your direction. Silence means you are no longer available for manipulation. You must understand this clearly. You do not owe clarity to people committed to misunderstanding you. Boundaries do not require approval. Growth does not need permission. When your actions are aligned with your values, your silence becomes strength. If you've stayed with me this far, understand something. Most people never make it past the first 2 lessons. They remain confused. They keep explaining themselves. They keep leaking energy. And then they wonder why life feels heavy. Now we move into deeper territory. This is where hatred stops being subtle and starts testing your inner discipline. Tainja 3TIGIVEEO a person who hates you studies you more carefully than a friend ever will. They watch what makes you angry, what makes you defensive, what makes you feel small, what makes you react fast. And then they touch exactly that, not to communicate, not to resolve anything, but to pull you out of your center. A comment disguised as a joke, a comparison made casually, a reminder of an old weakness, a tone that sounds innocent but feels sharp, and suddenly you feel it. Your chest tightens, your jaw clenches, your mind speeds up. That is the hook, because the moment you react emotionally, something important happens. You lose posture. Emotional reaction hands control to the other person. It tells them, you can move me. And that is all a hater wants. They don't need to defeat you. They don't need to overpower you. They only need to disturb your inner stillness. Here is the discipline most people never mastered. If someone benefits from your emotional reaction, you must starve them of it. Calm is not weakness. Calm is authority. A calm person sees clearly. A reactive person sees narrowly. And hatred feeds on narrow vision. This does not mean you suppress emotions. It means you choose when and where to express them. A warrior does not fight every battle. A disciplined mind does not react to every stimulus. You stay centered. You observe. You respond only when it serves your direction. That is power. This one is dangerous because it sounds like feedback. A person who hates you will constantly reflect a distorted version of you back at yourself. They call you too cold, too arrogant, too ambitious, too quiet, too intense. Notice something important. The criticism always appears when you are growing. When you become more disciplined, they say you've changed. When you set boundaries, they say you're selfish. When you focus, they say you're distant. When you improve, they say you think you're better. Understand this clearly. They are not describing you. They are revealing their discomfort. Whatever threatens them, they criticize in you. Weak people need you smaller. Uncertain people need you unsure. Unstable people need you emotionally available. So they adjust the mirror. And if you stare into it too long, you begin to doubt your own shape. This is why self-knowledge is non-negotiable. If you do not define yourself, someone else will. And they will define you in a way that keeps you beneath them. A disciplined person knows who they are becoming. They don't take feedback from people who don't walk the path. You must ask, does this person live the life I respect? Do their words align with their actions? Is this guidance or projection? Not all criticism is wisdom. Some of it is fear-wearing language. Now we arrive at the final truth. This is the part that changes everything. A person who hates you, whether they intend to or not, becomes part of your training. They force you to sharpen awareness, control emotion, strengthen boundaries, deepen discipline. Without resistance, you stay comfortable. Without friction, there is no refinement. Comfort weakens. Resistance sharpens. Every emotional hook you refuse to bite builds control. Every explanation you withhold builds authority. Every false mirror you reject builds self-trust. And slowly, something changes. You stop needing validation. You stop needing approval. You stop needing to be understood by everyone. You become solid. Hatred tests posture. Silence builds strength. Discipline transforms identity. Most people waste energy fighting enemies. The disciplined person uses them, not for revenge, not for bitterness, but for growth, because the enemy you never chose often reveals exactly what you still need to master. Final liaison. Do not hate those who hate you. Hatred ties you emotionally to what you should rise above. Do not fear them. Fear makes you reactive. And do not chase revenge. Revenge keeps you small instead. Let their pressure straighten your spine. Let their doubt sharpen your clarity. Let their resistance strengthen your stillness. A warrior is not forged in peace. A disciplined mind is not built in comfort. And remember this: the person who hates you the most often becomes proof that you are no longer easy to control. Stay silent. Stay disciplined. Stay moving forward. That is mastery.